Good morning, Arizona and the rest of the world. So sorry to have a late start, but wow. Last night, my brother was in from Jersey, and he was like, Liz, I can't believe they haven't like completely annihilated everything everything you're doing, including getting into your computer, just completely wiping. Like, he can't believe that they haven't come around and suicided me yet or done anything like that. Well, let me tell you, this morning they did something to me, because literally it took me the last half an hour to get this stream going. Now, I do nothing differently. Yeah, we can say computer glitches, but what I had to do is I had to reboot my computer. I had to go through all these steps, and finally I'm here. But it was with great effort. And I'm actually breaking a little bit of a sweat right now, because I'm supposed to be to get out one call to action, and that is that we want all of you to call Attorney General Brnovich. Now, because I'm starting late, I'm not getting this broadcast out on Facebook. The way Facebook works, if you're more than 10 minutes late, they just cancel the broadcast. So I'm just asking you to share this. I have strikes on almost all my YouTube channels. I'm still live on Periscope/Twitter. So again, get this message out. And that is, we need the whole country, the whole world, to call Arizona Attorney General Mark Brnovich to support his effort. Now, everything is sticking on my end. It wasn't sticking this morning when I was on my Zoom call. Okay, and I have a gigablast, so I should not be having these troubles, but I am, and I'm just going to work my way through them. Okay, so here is this is basically dated for, it's last week, but it's Attorney General Brnovich writing to Thomas Liddy, who is basically he's the counsel for the Board of Supervisors. So this is regarding the notice of submission of legislative request for investigative pursuant to ARS 41-1904.01, request for written response. Enclosed with this letter is a complimentary copy of the legislator request for investigation under that statute, containing allegations that the Maricopa County Board of Supervisors, MCBOS, has failed to comply with valid and enforceable legislative subpoenas that originated from the Arizona State Senate. More specifically, the request alleges, and then it has basically the statute numbers. In the report, the Attorney General will reach one of three conclusions. If the Maricopa County Board of Supervisors has not violated any provision of state law or the Arizona Constitution, the office will take no further action. All right, then here it basically goes, in light of the exigencies of the current circumstances, the office hereby requests that the Maricopa County Board of Supervisors voluntarily provide a written response to the request by 5 p.m. on Friday, August 2nd, 2021. And it's signed by Deputy Solicitor General, Government Accountability Unit. All right, but it is coming from the Office of the Arizona Attorney Solicitor General's office. So this is coming from Mark Brnovich's office. Okay, so here's the deal. This is what we want you to do, and I have it in my I have it right here. We want to call Brnovich, and that number is, I have it right here, 602-542-5024. Now, a lot of I'm putting his number up now, and we want to tell him that we're supporting his effort. Okay, a lot of people are asking, why is this suddenly being done now? Why wasn't this done months ago? Well, that's a really, really good question. And my response to that would be, is it possible that Brnovich is running for public office? So is he somehow incentivized to get this taken care of? Possibly. I mean, I don't care what his motive is. If it's running for office or if it's he wants to get the crime, if he wants to get to the bottom of everything, I mean, let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he really wants to find out what's going on, why that Maricopa County Board of Supervisors is not turning over everything on the requested subpoena. Their response to us is basically, we've given you everything you need. You don't need the rest. Well, I'm going to let you know, and I let everyone know on my Zoom call this morning. Today, I am pumped up. And the reason I'm pumped up is because these Splunk logs, AKA the routers and the password, these Splunk logs are what we need, okay? So a team of people, thousands, okay, thousands and thousands of people have signed up on itsmellsfunny.com. And they have basically stated that they want to help us get to the bottom of it. And many hundreds of people have been canvassing with us since the first week of December. The reason we the people fought for the kinematic artifact detection, namely by to be conducted by Jovan Hutton Polzer and friends, the reason we fought so hard is because the canvassers, and many of you are listening to me right now, you've been out knocking on the doors. We never ask who a person voted for. We never intimidate a voter at all. 9 out of 10 in December, 9 out of 10 today. They thank us for coming. They're appreciative of us being there. How do we know that? Because now our new survey, basically we have data collection does not want to participate, refuses to participate. So we consider them the 1 out of 10. They really think everything's okay, or they feel that their information's private. And even though whether or not you voted is public and how you voted is available to the public, they choose not to respond. That is their prerogative. But anyway, getting back to why did we, the people, fight so hard for this Maricopa County audit? Why did we fight so hard for kinematic artifact detection? Because we wanted answers to why, we wanted the A to Z roadmap of why the information we were collecting in the canvassing was occurring, how it was allowed to occur. And without these Splunk logs and without these, who's modifying these records within the voter, it's the canvas. Okay, so you got your voter registration. Understand, not everyone on voter registration votes. And my figure, there's about 20% on voter registration that should not be there. Okay, maybe 20 is a little bit high, but it's very close to 20% of our voter rolls here in Arizona. They are people, either they're dead, that's not a huge number, and there's been a lot of cleanup on that one lately. They're either dead or they don't live at the address they state. They live in a different county, they live in a different state, or the person just surely doesn't exist. And that number is close to 20%. And that's part of how the 5-letter F word is able to happen. I am very confident of this. I was confident of this after 10 days of canvassing in December. We knew if everything turned out fine on that canvas in December, that initial canvas, I would not be here on YouTube right now. I'd be out having really good, the real estate market's hopping right now. I'd be out having a really good life selling homes. But I took myself out of that for the most part. I still have to make a living, but I basically put my profession on hold because I saw, again, first 10 weeks to 14 days of canvassing. It's not just me, it's every single person that canvassed. There is not a single canvasser out there who did not see what all the other canvassers saw. And it would be like, oh, this person doesn't live here, and then it's like, well, did they vote? And now remember that the way Arizona works in December, okay, early December, they don't release the in-person voting data, okay? Historically, that comes out in January. Well, gee, why is that? Does that have anything to do with, well, that's when all the politicians and all the elected officials, they're already installed. Anyway, we were able to get that data earlier than January, fortunately. And we were able to compare the records. And when you compare the records and you find out that people who cast votes and their votes aren't recorded, and you find people who didn't vote but there was a vote, and you find a person who voted by mail yet it says it was he or she voted by person, and if you find, you know, someone dropped their ballot in a Zuckerberg box or whatever you want to call them, someone dropped their ballot there and yet it says they were a provisional. I mean, there's so much. And then okay, what about all the people that received extra ballots? I guarantee you, if you go out, if you're in Arizona, any state, go out and just ask 10 people randomly, did you receive any extra ballots? Ask 10 people that question, and I'll bet you that one of them says, yeah, they got an extra ballot. Whether it was in their name, a slight modification of their name, or someone who did not live at their residence. Or maybe they didn't get a ballot, but they got marketing material for candidates. Anyway, marketing material for candidates and other people's name at their address. I know that that's happened too. And that tells you that at some point that person was in some way registered to vote at that address. Because I'm going to tell you, I ran for office. Marketing is expensive. The amount that we had to pay per piece. We don't just send out marketing pieces to phantom voters. We want to send marketing pieces out to the real voters. All right. So I'm pumped up. Once again, call the AG's office all day long. Tell them that you're in support. We want those Splunk logs. We want those routers. We want all the items that were not delivered to Cyber Ninjas for the purposes of the audit. We want that stuff now. And I don't care about this, we're going to withhold 10% of funding or whatever. All of that is malarkey. If these people are not going to provide what is in that subpoena, so now we have the subpoena from back in, I think it was January, right? We have that subpoena. I think it was December, and then it was updated in January. Anyway, and then we have a new subpoena. And we want all of that information turned over to Cyber Ninjas. Otherwise, you want to know what? If you do not call Brnovich, if you do not pick up the phone and call him and support him and tell him this has to be done, and I need everyone from around the world to do this, I'm going to tell you right now, we just wasted, I would say, tens of thousands of hours of the canvassers' time, because we need the rest of this stuff to prove out what we found on the canvassing. And if Department of Justice wants to come after us for canvassing, come after me. I want to dare you. I really do. Because you are telling us that it's voter intimidation, and you know damn well exactly what happened. There is no voter intimidation going on whatsoever. Here in Phoenix, we are fighting against radio commercials telling people not to ignore us and not to pay attention to us. What's that about? Can someone please explain to me what that is about? All right. Yes. Someone said on Friday night, Liz, you get on and you're so reserved, and you don't show emotion. And well, at this point, we are running out of time. I have had it. I will continue to smile because I do have all the faith in the world in the Maricopa County audit. I know that they have all busted their buttocks. They have worked. I am so appreciative for everyone who assisted and volunteered at the Coliseum. I am especially grateful for the people who are out in 115-degree weather canvassing with us and trying to help us figure all this out. So on that note, I know I wanted to do a 5-minute video, and here I'm going on 15 minutes. Again, I urge you to call Brnovich. We need to share this video like crazy. Call Brnovich, insist that we get these Splunk logs, the routers, that the Maricopa County Board of Supervisors be held in contempt if they do not turn it over. And I'm going to call out Jack Sellers, because Jack Sellers had a wonderful letter, not on August 2nd, explaining why they're not doing anything. And it's just a bunch of malarkey. Jack Sellers, come over to my place and let's look through all the 5-letter F word on the canvassing that we found. We're not talking about going to 100 houses. We're talking about going to thousands and thousands of houses and what we have found. And again, we didn't start anything up when the Department of Justice told us not to do it. We've been doing this since December, and we will not stop. And if Department of Justice wants to come and get me, fine, come and get me. Don't go after our canvassers, go after me, okay? Because I will show you the data. And if you guys, if you're gonna, sorry, if you guys are, if our 3-letter agencies are gonna ignore that what we are finding, then they are complicit and they are in on it. And on that note, may Arizona be the first domino to fall. Have a great day, everyone. Love you all. God is in control. God bless you. In Arizona, it looks like it's a little cloudy out there today. I'm hoping for a beautiful day.